In the scientific community, publishing new data is considered especially adequate. At Boise State University, the dedicated students who investigate these questions are members of an elite squad known as BMOL PhD students. These are their stories.
What is my favorite thing about the biomolecular sciences program at Boise State?
What is my favorite thing about the program?
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 So what is my favorite thing about the program?
Okay, so my favorite thing about the program is the interdisciplinary nature of our learning that we get within the program. I came in with a really good knowledge in biology, but I was a little bit underdeveloped in my chemistry and very underdeveloped in my physics knowledge, and so being able to take biochemistry and biophysics really ramped up my knowledge in those areas. It's been able to help me communicate with biophysicists and biochemists, and it's also helped my research career personally.
I think that the willingness of the faculty to collaborate with each other here is a really special and unique thing. It's really common to hear about people working with people in completely different departments. The biophysicists working with the biologists or whatever. In my lab, we're doing collaboration with the engineering department. I'm in a vaccine development lab and we're working with the engineering department. And that is a totally normal and open thing, and I think that the willingness and the openness of people to give their time to other departments and their equipment and their space and their knowledge is a really cool thing.
I think my favorite thing about the program is the fact that it's interdisciplinary and the fact that it has biochemistry, biophysics, biology, and so many different backgrounds inside of it that there's about 6 people in my cohort, and every single one of us have a different undergraduate degree. So when a teacher asks us the same question, we all answer it with a different kind of answer since we're all from different backgrounds.
So I love that it's interdisciplinary. I love that I'm able to work in 2 different types of labs, both a chemistry and a biology lab, and sort of bridge the gap between the two. And we have been able to find a project for me that bridges both labs, and it's been really great.
What research skills have I developed the most so far? I would say that I have developed a lot in writing, especially technical writing. So I was just awarded a Sigma Xi grant just a few weeks ago. And then I also just finished another larger grant for the NIH. I turned that in December, so we'll see how that goes.
I would say one of the main things that I've developed in my graduate career is learning how to plan experiments. That's definitely something that can be a challenge, and in my undergraduate career wasn't something that I really got a lot of experience in. And so as a graduate student, when you're planning your own experiments and designing what you need to do and figuring out what you're trying to do to answer your question, I think it's a very important skill and something that I've definitely been able to learn throughout my education. And that's also translated into grant writing, where you tell people how you're going to perform your experiments and make sure that it's legit and that they like it. And so I've been able to get a few grants. I've gotten a couple smaller Sigma Xi Grants and Native Research Awards, and I've also helped my PI, Dr. Jorstick, receive an R15 NIH grant.
So the best skill I've developed would definitely be communication skills. I do have a PI that really stresses learning how to communicate well, but the program itself is also very supportive in teaching students how to get better at presentation skills. You take 2 classes right when you get here on how to present, and then you also have to give your seminar, and so really just really helping you get over the fear of public speaking has been huge for me, because I was, my first presentation ever in college, I cried because I was so nervous. So that's been really great. And then also just being able to branch out into different realms of science. I've done food chemistry research, and I've done heart disease research, and I've published in both, and it's really been really awesome to do that.
So first off, I'm in my first year, so we do lab rotations. So I did 3 lab rotations in the 3 different areas, like biology, chemistry, and physics. So my first lab rotation was with Dr. Laxman Mainaris, which is the lab I chose, so that's the lab that I'm working on. So I learned to use the EPR equipment, which is electroparamagnetic resonance. So basically what we're doing is like seeing the different signals from the membrane binding that we're studying with alpha-crystalline and cholesterol. So I never worked with that equipment. It's a big equipment. So I never worked with equipment that's so big. It had to do like so many steps, so the equipment is running good, and so we get good data. So that's the first thing that I learned, and also I must finish my training. So right now I think I feel more confident working with that equipment.
So did I enjoy teaching? I absolutely loved teaching. It was probably one of the favorite things that I've done in the program. Not only did it give me a chance to learn material that I might have forgotten in my previous education adventure, but it also gave me a chance to really put some energy and some anticipation into the next generation of scientists, which is one of my biggest passions that I have with getting a PhD and hopefully ending up as an academic professor in the future.
I did. Yeah, I was allowed to help develop a class here. In addition to being a TA, I was able to get funding to develop a class called food chemistry for freshmen just starting out in their undergrad, and in the hopes that we could clear up the ambiguities around food chemistry and food science, and then also recruit students to the chemistry program.
What is my favorite thing to do on and off campus? On campus, I absolutely love going to the rec. I like working out in the morning. I love going swimming in the pool. They have a huge pool. They update the rec, like I feel like every single year. There's a brand new basketball court they just built in there. I also love going to football games. I love the tailgates. I love the culture around how the city almost closes down for big games and everything you can do with everyone coming together for big games. For off campus, I absolutely love going on drives in the summertime and springtime. I love going ATVing. I love hunting. I love shooting, going outdoors, jet skiing, going to the lake, floating the river. I mean, there are so many different things to do off campus that I can't name all the things. It's amazing.
On campus, longboarding around the greenbelt is fun, and it gives you a chance to get some fresh air and mingle with people that you see around campus. As far as off-campus activities, you have Bogus Basin, which is 30 minutes away if you like snow sports. There's Ann Morrison, which is a big park right next door where you can do frisbee golfing and all kinds of other outdoor activities, as well as the downtown scene where there's bars if you're wanting to go there. And COVID obviously has made that a little more restricted, but once those restrictions get lifted, anyone can have a good time out there as well.
On campus, I like to go down to the river. It's really awesome to take a break in the middle of the day or after working in the lab for a whole bunch of time to just be able to go pop outside and be already at the river. You can even jump in the river and float down to the next bridge if you want, if you have a floaty with you. And there's places to hang hammocks, and it's a really nice place to grab lunch or see the sunrise or the sunset, depending on how long you're here.
How would I describe my experience here so far? I would say it's been honestly amazing. The fact that everything is gone, how it's gone with COVID and everything, and I mean, it's still been fun. Everyone's still been coming together. We talk on Zoom, and it's been amazing what we've learned, what we've gone through with COVID happening, that it makes me excited with the experiences I already have with the program during COVID for when COVID ends, how much more fun and how much more we're going to be able to do and everything like that.
My experience overall has been very positive for the program. I'm a fourth year student now. My first 2 years were definitely quite a challenge, but being able to In the third and fourth year, where you don't teach as much, you don't have any classes, you're really able to sit into the lab that you're working in and kind of troubleshoot your experiments and really plan out what you want to do for your dissertation. It's really helpful, and it's been a great experience.
It's been really nice. I really love Boise. I love the area here, and the campus is really beautiful, and there are enough resources here to get done what you need to get done, so which is also nice as well. Yeah, Reese's.
My experience here so far has been really great. I just can't say enough about it. This is the best decision I've ever made in my life, coming here into this program. I came here not really knowing what to expect. I came from human clinical trials into a PhD that is program that's definitely focused on more molecular level research. That is the point of everything that we're doing here. So it's very different from what I came from, but I've found so much support, and I've been able to be really independent in deciding what directions I want to go with my research and with my education. And there's a really good amount of support. There's the right amount of hand-holding. The hand-holding is there when I ask for it, when I need it, and when I don't know how to do cell culture, and when my proteins won't come out of the column or whatever. There's somebody who will help me. But then when it's there's a lot of support also for me making independent choices, independent decisions on how to do research, how to do the science that I'm trying to do.
Is that good?
That was fantastic.
Okay, good.
That was great.
Was it too short?
No, that was good.